Hello everybody and welcome back to Dicey Deeds Lancer. This is episode, I'm going to go with 7. I'm not certain, but it is on screen. So, we are in the middle of Mission 1, Raptor Catcher. Now, that may be confusing to some of you, but there was a Mission 0, and if you haven't seen that, it might be wise to go back and watch that first before jumping in the middle of Mission 1 or the second mission. Anyway, I'm joined by my lovely players. Pardon me, Mason. Oh well, all right. June.
Yep, that's Mason.
And Mason.
And
I'm Mason.
And
no.
Sorry,
I didn't realize you were going to give a run through of the names.
No, that's
so
fine.
Just like,
they're all.
Always good to have our three players here: Mason and Arthur.
Actually, oops, all Mason. Oops, all Masons. Actually,
Oh no, not again. Never again.
Silly fib. I was telling
Never
a silly
again.
Fib.
You don't want me to
I'm
accidentally do
Mason,
the.
right?
You don't want me to accidentally do the
I'm
wrong
Mason.
voice for someone again, do you?
Now, for a quick recap, in our last episode, our team unfortunately got lost, forgot where they were going, eventually figured it out, and found the apartment of somebody they were hunting down. That being, presumably, the apartment of the rogue element Michelin Sauce. I found a note to a named individual, Glob in Yellow, whom they tracked down to a bar, C42, and ended up, through some event or another, getting into a gunfight with. They successfully defeated the members of Glabin's gang and subdued Glabin, and we rejoin our team, having all almost died, except I think
I basically got out scot. No, I think.
Oh no, Jameson, you're unshot.
Yeah, I pretty much got out scot-free, and I will also say, I do like that you said through one course or another when it was entirely Wang's fault, and literally no one else's at all.
One course or another. Who could say?
Who could say, honestly? No
Who
jury
can
would
truly
convict.
see into the hearts of men?
No jury would convict
So,
of the murder of Glabin's boyfriend.
we're rejoining our team on the ground, mostly, of the bar C42, with the smell of gun smoke and laser burns in the air, while our struggling to find a term that isn't intrepid heroes, our
We don't want to yoink that one.
Unfortunate slaves to fate.
silly sausages go forward and
Our
try to
rampant murderers.
solve my
Funny little guys.
find a person who you have the name of riddle. Here we are. So we're back in the room. As I said, the smell of gun smoke and laser burns hangs in the air. There is no screaming of wounded, only the heavy, kind of laboured breathing of most of you, actually all of you, because Jameson, you may be uninjured, but
I did
your
have to do a
breathing
good
is
bit of running
always
back and forth.
laboured and heavy the best of times. You are
Yeah.
not that great at moving quickly. You do have a -2 to it.
Yeah. Admittedly, I did not use any muscular exertion to move that fast, but that is because I don't have muscles in my legs. Still took energy to do.
So, we're in this scenario. Who actually jumped Glavin? Who actually got them?
I'm pretty sure I ran in and got up in his face, but I think I don't think I
think-
defeated him.
I don't remember. It was either. I don't remember who got the win. I know it wasn't Wang.
No, it wasn't me.
I don't think it was Delilah either.
I thought no. Well, no, it wasn't Delilah. I know that because Delilah was fully dying.
Yeah, and
So-
you
okay.
saved Delilah.
Couldn't have been Delilah. Couldn't have been me because I was busy saving Delilah. I know it wasn't. I don't think it was the chimp.
Yeah,
I do not think it was the monkey.
and I don't think it was Mariah. So it might have been me, honestly.
Well, Mariah didn't do shit.
think-
Mariah didn't do shit. Let's remind ourselves of
I
that.
think
I think it was.
I'm fairly certain it was blood because all I did was take out like 2 guys.
Okay, it might have
I
been me
could
then.
sworn it
And
was
then
you,
bl- and
actually,
then
Jim.
bleed
That's the thing.
profusely.
I could have sworn it was actually Hanako who won it.
Maybe I think. Well, I don't think any of us defeated Glabin. I think we just took out all of his cronies.
Yeah.
Well, one of you knocked him out. But
What if,
On that note-
if it's knocking out, it was definitely blood because I do not have hands.
Okay then.
So somebody knocked him out, and I remember probably one of the last things that happened was Mariah stood up and shouted at all of you for that, and then stormed off back to whatever HQ she ends up staying. So you're now alone once again in this bar again. Uncomfortable, hot and heavy. Some of you severely injured. The rest of you at least somewhat tired.
Well,
What do you do?
did we get any orders to bring Glabin somewhere, or did Mariah just sort of
No,
tell
Mariah,
us
I
we
think
were shit
Mariah
and
just
storm off?
shouted at you, was like, how dare you endanger me, you absolute fools, and then wandered off. Or stormed off, would be the most accurate way to describe it.
Do we have like an earpiece or something to check in?
Yeah, we do, because we.
Yeah, because we got threatened for not checking in many times.
We got told multiple times that we had to check in, so I'm
For
gonna
the first time, Hanako checks in just to say, apologies. Where do we take him?
You receive.
If we get
Roll me
nothing back,
a
I'm
D20.
real annoyed. I'm gonna be like legitimately annoyed.
Yeah,
Do you have
If-
any? Do you have
if
any
we get-
charmingness? Do you have a
No.
negative to being
I
charming?
have a negative charm. I have a negative charm.
Okay, so that means that's a 14 then.
A 14.
No,
And
hang on,
after-
crit. So that's a 15.
A 15, and after the unfortunate occurrence that was just being in a gunfight with that person, having them literally just storm off, go to do a disadvantage. So that goes down to an 11. That's still above a 10.
Mm-hmm.
You'll receive back not any verbal communication, but you'll get I don't know, fucking space messenger. Who knows? You have some communication, instant messaging network thing, and you receive just an address.
SMS, but the first S
Closest to
stands
you.
for space.
Space.
Space
Right.
messaging service.
Yeah. You use the space messaging service, and you receive an address.
Well,
Okay. We're supposed to head to beep 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 beep. I don't know what the
We're supposed
checks
to-
are.
Starts
We're supposed
speaking
to head to-
binary.
okay. Right.
308 Negro Arroyo Lane.
Really?
3828 Piermont, Dr. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Emma Drive. There we go.
Yes.
Oh my
There's
god,
no-
we're in New Mexico.
That's Piermont Doctor.
No,
That's why it's different.
That's why it's different. That's why it's
It's
different.
not-
They're not drives now, they're doctors.
It's in space.
It's in space. It's in the future and in space. Space. Anyway,
Okay, yeah. So yeah. No, you get
Let's
an
try and
address.
get patched up while we take this guy over there. I don't think...
6353 1 to Bow, apartment 6. Yeah.
I don't think Mariah's going to be particularly happy if we stall even to patch ourselves up, so let's get that done on the road.
We're going now.
I guess I'll carry him then. Fuck.
You could... Do we have any idea how long this motherfucker's gonna be, like, out for the count for?
Who wants to give me a roll?
Do we think he...
Who wants to determine that through the act of role play?
Is there anything I can add to it?
I assume anything medical would definitely help on this front.
Absolutely.
Survive?
At a stretch, certainly. Does anyone have patch or fix? Yet.
No.
Then survive will have to do.
Okay, that'll be a
But,
plus
yeah, I
3
think
to this.
basically-
I'll do that.
Basically, I'm trying to judge, will we have any problems with this
Excellent
motherfucker
work.
on
Wow,
the
day
road?
21.
Damn.
He will be unconscious for exactly 15 minutes after you arrive at the safe house.
Cool.
How
Let's go.
convenient.
Don't worry, we can stuff him in the box. We can move that way, and you don't have to carry the motherfucker.
Did you
Cool,
roll a natural
thanks.
20? Yeah. A convenient amount of time.
Patched up a bit more.
Oh, no, sorry, a dirty 20. But yeah.
Hey, 20. Nah, 20's a 20. Still a
21.
good. Still good.
It's still a critical.
Still a
according to
20.
the solar
21.
system. So,
Right,
I guess
got
I'll also
patching up,
I'll go
thankfully,
over
so
to
that's good.
I'll go over to Delilah and just make sure that she's okay.
how is Delilah? Well,
I know
on
that
1
she's
HP,
stable, but she's not in a good way.
a 15.
I believe
Delilah's
she
taking
woke
it
up.
well.
Yeah, I believe.
Yes,
she
Delilah
managed to
is
get her to wake up,
conscious.
Yeah.
Let's say, yeah, she's looking pale and uncomfortable, but
She was shot.
she's taken some medicine.
So was
I'd
I
like
by
to-
her.
Did you use one of your "we did this in training" advantage die?
We
I
did at one point.
Use that. Yeah, I think
So-
I used that. I don't remember if it was for tracking something or if it was to get Delilah up, but it was one of the two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we still have one.
thought so. So
We've
I'm
used
just
one.
gonna go. I'm just going to.
And I have used one of my leadership die.
One of the leadership.
So I'll remember that. I've got 2 remaining, and I gain 1.
So you've got
When
we
I
did
rest.
this in training bonuses.
If I run out, I gain one leadership die when I rest, and I regain one. I regain all of them on a full repair. So basically, after the mission, I'll be back with them.
Okay, perfect. Well then, yeah, I'm gonna skip over the travel through town. We've done enough milling and ambling around. You arrive
get
at
lost
this
this
safe
time.
house.
We have
It's
the
yeah,
exact address to cross-reference.
yeah, exactly. You put it in Spoogle Maps.
Google Maps. Yeah, we put it.
No.
This is our Google Maps. This is our Google.
I want to
Google.
move out and I've said North Star. Google Maps.
Google Maps.
North Star tracking.
Yeah.
Google Maps.
So you put it into space.
I think we'll just stick with Spoogle Maps because that's
The
just
S
Spoogle
in
Maps.
GPS stands for space.
Yeah.
Global positioning
plan-
space.
That's it. Global
Global
positioning.
positioning space.
Space. Yeah, sure. But yeah, you put it in the GP space.
Yeah, we put it in the GP space and we get moving.
And you get moving and you arrive there pronto. And lo and behold, just as you've had time to tie this individual down to a conveniently located chair, we're next to a conveniently located 50 feet of rope, you tie this person, this yellow fish man, down to... the yellow fish man, he's yellow. I described him as yellow, right?
Yeah, you said
I mean,
Glob in
I'm-
yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Globin
believe the
yellow.
last name was literally yellow, so I would
Yeah,
be a bit
it's
surprised if the
Glarbin
motherfucker
yellow
was
with
red.
he's yellow with green accents, and yes, and he's tied down to the chair, and unless you have anything you want to do before he wakes up, because again you have 15 minutes, we can move straight to that scene.
Can I
Alright,
try
so
and
what's the
deal with the
tactic here?
bullet hole wound in my shoulder?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we're gonna patch up and then discuss the tactic. Like, what are we doing here in this interrogation? Obviously,
you
we're
can
trying to gain
discuss that
information,
while
but
you
what
patch
kind
up.
of methods we?
Yeah.
What
So-
kind of method we going with?
I guess each person can make a roll for how well you do for medicine. Now, obviously, you won't really fuck anything up unless you roll a natural 1. I don't think I'm going to kill anyone on a natural 1. I might just give you, like, a disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Like
mild,
sepsis?
mild infection. Oh, no more sepsis.
Oh no! I've dealt with enough sepsis this week.
There's been a lot of sepsis going on in pieces of fiction around us.
Intriguing.
Oh, dear.
You
So,
don't know about this. Mason doesn't know about this. The audience don't know about this.
No, I'm just gonna roll my dice if that's okay with you guys.
Who would like to
Roll.
roll
I
first?
hope you don't get sepsis.
You can't add survival to this because you can't really survival your way out of fixing a bullet wound. It's how you
Okay.
survive a bullet wound, but
Okay.
you can't exactly.
So just the grit then. Okay.
Just a
Yeah,
grit.
patch
unless
and
you
repair
think-
would be the only thing that really makes sense here, yeah.
I mean, or like.
That's
bedside
10
manner.
overall.
10. You can regain 1 hit point.
Right, I believe that puts me
A
at
hit
3.
point's a hit point. Not bad.
Yeah.
Plus, most of the time,
You only get
most of the
punched
time
for
we're gonna
like
have a whole
1
mech
to 2 hit
between us.
points. Yeah. You. That means you won't be going down in more. Like you will take at least 2 punches to knock out.
Nice.
You can tank a hit.
Oh, that's a little bit better.
Maybe even 3. Right.
Ooh. June, you healing up? Is any of the others like Wang? I
Yeah,
could
I'll roll
heal
for
them.
the
I could
NPCs
help patch
after.
up
I
the
just.
chimp. I could help patch up the chimp. And
Do you
if the
have
chimp doesn't-
patch?
Well, no, more a matter of like I could just give the chimp a hand if the monkey doesn't really, if Funny Monkey doesn't really know how to
Put on a
what
bandage.
they're doing. I don't know.
I'd probably have you
It's
roll.
just a matter of giving assistance.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
just for whether the monkey would accept your assistance, but I'd certainly allow you to roll for that.
Just
Right.
help anyone who is just in need of some healing and maybe.
I'm
course,
gonna
yeah.
roll to clear the shrapnel that I think I got hit by an explosion.
I don't remember.
I think it
doing
was
any
either a-
explosion.
No, it was just bullets.
It was just all bullets.
Yeah, I think a guy just spray and prayed you, right? You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
got
Oh,
hit
was
like
it?
the-
Oh, it was spray and
Yeah, I think you just got hit.
It was an SMG, and the SMG,
God.
the S in SMG stands for
That's it,
space.
I
It was a
remember
space
now.
Yeah,
machine
yeah,
gun.
it's a space machine gun. Yeah.
Nice.
Praise!
I'm going to the one place not corrupted by
I'm
capitalism.
going to the one place hyper-corrupted by capitalism. For the future space!
Damn.
18. So 19
Damn.
altogether.
Not
Do I
bad.
have-
You can regain
Nice.
1d4 hit points.
Yay.
And 20, so I ain't give you 4 free.
Oh, the funny triangle. Ooh, a 4. Nice.
4.
Oh,
Alright.
nice.
We like that rather a lot.
I'm back up to 5 because I was
We
like
do
left
like
on
that.
1 hit.
You can possibly survive a gunshot wound now. What was it? 1d6 plus 3?
You can maybe not die instantly if you are shot.
I like to
Maybe with
imagine
these
the
hit
entire time
points,
this has occurred.
one shot
Hanco's
won't be
just
able
had,
to
like,
kill
2
you.
bloods.
If Delilah
So, like,
rolls a nat
sneaks
1
out.
again, you can afford to get shot by her.
Hooray! I like to imagine that the entire time Hanco's just had like 2 like streaks of blood like coming down the sides of her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Realistic reaction.
You don't need to roll, do you, Jameson? So I'll roll for Wang. Was he even shot?
I'm pretty
No,
sure,
he was
yeah.
definitely, he was caught in the
He
spray.
was
and play.
definitely-
I think he was definitely caught in the
Spray and
that
play.
makes sense.
spray and
The
play.
spray.
That makes sense.
Bloody
Yeah,
fucker.
I've got a mint in my mouth.
I don't think he can apply anything to this. He rolls below 10. He can get none.
Can I
That's a
help him?
suck. Sure, roll that assistance d6 because he trusts you, and you'll happy. So he's got
Even
a
though
9.
you just chewed him out for shooting Glabin's boyfriend.
Got a 10. He's now. How much damage did Wang take? I really don't know.
I think he only
I don't remember.
took
I think
one.
he took a little bit. I don't think he took a huge amount. I mean, yeah, we're going to say he took 1 because obviously he's going to be healing 1 from this. So he's at full health points and he's perfectly fine.
No, I'll put him at half, sure. How many? You're all on like 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my maximum hit point is 7.
Sure,
my
you can be
maximum
at
hit points is
4
7.
now.
I'm at 7.
And he was like, he did not dodge at any point during that gunfight.
And I mean, he was pretty
definitely shot.
close.
Oh
He
yeah,
was
no,
right
he
up
was
in
like,
their faces and was also the main target of Glaben's ire for obvious reasons.
so you've used your help for. I will now do Delilah. Delilah has. I think Delilah might have patch. Yeah. No, never mind. Well, Delilah can go up to 2. And the monkey.
The monkey?
The monkey.
Can
Lord
regain 1 more.
Monkey. Lord Fraser.
What was the monkey shot for? Like 3? I'll put him on
Probably.
half as well.
Monkey's
Yeah, I think-
not very...
I think the monkey was actually shot quite a bit, but you did explain that the monkey is incredibly tanky and can just
Oh no, he has tons of health.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he should
yeah.
totally have advantage on
full
this.
blast.
He took like 2 gunshots. All right, sure. For that, I'll do a D4 since he has like double you guys' health. He has 13 max HP.
Yeah, his
He
health
is
is a
3.
dub.
So he's now at 7.
Not bad.
Yeah, he got shot twice as bad. But now he's as healthy as one of you would be at your healthiest. How exciting!
It's really bad
So,
for him, but pretty good for us.
with the little bit of admin and whatever out of the way, you've managed to patch yourselves up, and you're all patching yourselves up, doing a bit of healing, getting a hold of the first aid kit at the safe house, and this guy is strapped to a chair, kind of stirring from unconsciousness. What's your game plan here?
Okay, who do we think? What's our tactic here?
I say we go with bad cop, worst cop, and we shoot one of his fingers off.
We'll keep that in the
sounds
back
like a
pocket.
bad idea.
Hang on, we'll keep it in the back pocket. It's not our plan A, but it can be our plan Z. If everything else goes wrong, we can start blasting fingers off. However, I think we have much better strategies we can do before we get to that point. Perhaps a classic good cop, bad cop kind of situation.
All I'm saying is
looking-
bad cop, worst cop works better. I ain't never
No,
met a good
hang
cop.
I'm not saying. Here's the thing. I think. Who is good with talking to people?
I can do it.
Monkey,
I know
no.
Wang is.
Wang, yes, but
Well,
he also shot this guy's
I know.
boyfriend.
I don't think we should
Hang
let
on,
Wang
hang
talk
on.
to this gentleman.
We're not. Hang on. I'm keeping that in the back pocket. We've got Blub. How's Delilah?
Delilah doesn't talk to people. She's more of a... She can read people and she can get what's going on, but socially she's not the most competent. Like, she's intelligent, but she's not suave.
Okay.
Can I,
think-
while they're debating all this, can I look around this safe house and see if there's any potential torture implements?
Roll me a dice and
Here's my idea.
I
We
don't
get
have
someone on.
a spot, so-
We get someone to be good cop. We get Blub as bad cop. He's very
This is
big,
actually
very
a
imposing.
bare concrete room with a single chair, 50 feet of rope, a single window, and a first aid kit.
Here's my thought. We get somebody to play good cop. We get Blub here to play bad cop. He's very big, very imposing, very good at threatening people. We keep Wang out of the way, but keep him in the back ready to be worse cop if we come to that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, because also I I don't mean pull rank or whatever here, but all I'm saying is if you shoot somebody's finger off and they are like a type of person who's gonna talk, they usually talk, and if they're not a person who talks after you shoot their finger off, they're just not gonna talk, man.
Then maybe
think
so.
I'm amazing?
I feel like it would be better if we could
Build to that.
avoid doing that. If we could avoid doing that, that would be better. It would be. We don't want to waste any resources on making sure that our captive here doesn't bleed out.
How long did it take us to
before
get to the
giving any
safe
answers.
A cinematic amount of time.
It was established that
Was
Glavin will wake up 15 minutes after we arrive.
Exactly
half an
15
hour
minutes
to get
to
to
the
the-
second, pretty much.
Sure. An hour, maybe less. You guys rolled really well. Let's say it was just about 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay. And then he'll wake up 15 minutes. Okay. So
Yeah,
when,
so he'll
when
wake
he
up on
wakes
the
up,
hour.
I will ping in a report.
Oh.
I'm taking care of reports, guys. Don't worry.
Alright, roll me
care
that
of this.
charm.
I also recommend that you watch
Do we
the window,
really need a
Hanako.
charm roll to just directly say the exact thing that's happening and nothing else?
Yeah.
I also recommend
Oh, yeah,
that
no, it
someone
is
watch
right.
the window, just in case.
Yes, I think somebody should.
Ooh!
Actually, now
Ooh. Hey, it's a 1. You've got grit.
So.
Oh yeah, it's a
the
1.
thought. How big is the window?
you get sent back like a 14 paragraph write up where it's about the gunfight that just happened, and that is far too stressful for you to read through right now, but it is you've read, it's the red receipt is on the message, so they know you've seen it, but you're not happy. You're not in the space to read that right now.
Just respond with "oh."
Oh.
Sad
just
face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
okay, sad face.
So,
Right.
So,
Back to
what's
the
the deal?
window.
Yeah.
Window. How big's the window?
on a natural 1, long. It's like a long, wide kind of window. It's not too tall.
But the issue is, it's a matter of how easy would it be to block the window, and the answer is piss difficult.
Because it's a bare room and it's a long window and it's kind of high up. It's you're below street level, and that window is just at street level, the feet level of street level.
Okay, I think I'll watch the window. I don't think I do particularly well in this role. I think Delilah, if nothing else, has a sort of a career connection, so to speak. There's at least a reference level there that can be connected upon.
All right.
Blub, you act as bad cop, you can act as muscle intimidation, very good at, you can scare people a bit better than most of the rest of us can. If we need more than one bad cop but don't want to go to worst cop, I can step in for that. However, hopefully we won't need to come to that, and then worst comes to worst, we can have Wang just start blasting fingers.
Did I give this guy a voice? Does anybody remember?
I don't know if Glavin's spoken. Yeah.
I don't think Glabin actually spoke before Wang came in and shot his fucking boyfriend.
Perfect. Then I've got a voice in my mind, and if I did give him a voice, you know what? The severe head trauma knocked this accent into him. Science.
Alright. Okay, that's just how... Yeah, that works.
Science. A wizard.
Space science. The voice... Glabin's voice was actually synthesized by technology, changed by a cybernetic upgrade, and that shit got busted up in the fight. That's definitely how it works. Trust me, guys, trust me. We move.
And the
A
S in
Jedi
synthesized stands for
A
space.
Jedi did it.
Right, so yeah,
Alright, I'm
this
gonna
guy's
watch
coming
this
through and he's
window.
like,
I'm gonna watch this.
ugh. Give me a spot roll, and just for because if you roll badly, I'm gonna have something bad happen.
500
Alright,
birds
I can
fly
add
into the
5
window.
to this. I can add 5 to this. 4 from spot, 1 from grit.
Nice, 12.
That's a 12. That's not bad.
That's certainly solid. That's fine.
Good
yeah.
enough to watch a window.
Yeah, I feel like until you guys do something stupid and horrifically bad or take ages, there won't be any problems. You've got you've got a decent amount of time here.
All
I
right.
feel like you're safe. Nobody's immediately around. Maybe you don't feel like anybody saw you bring Glab in here, but certainly he's not the most inconspicuous figure.
Oh, also, if we do go to worst cop, Hanako, you stick with the, get ready with the med kit just to make sure this fucker doesn't bleed out when we shoot fingers off.
So, yeah, right, back to the right. Jesus, where am I?
Somewhere you won't have to be long if you cooperate.
Space Brooklyn.
Who are you? Sorry. Who's his users?
Who is this? Just Jameson is just sat. The box is like facing the window, and he's just sat in the box, just like muttering to himself. God, I hate Space Brooklyn.
Wheezers are the ones that are gonna get some fucking information about it out of you.
The worst kind of Brooklyn.
And roll me an intimidate as he's kind of slowly coming to. He's kind of coming out of his like stupor.
Do
you have?
I don't think like strictly speaking, have something for intimidate. I've got apply fist to faces, read a situation, survive, and win on the street.
None of them immediately apply. In different situations, you can have apply fist to faces or word on the street or something like that.
I mean, I kind of already did apply my fist to his face, so you know.
I think very much.
Do you mean threaten instead of intimidate? Arthur?
Yeah, threaten, something like that.
I think it's very much a matter of I think with Blub here, the strategy should very much be I am big and imposing and I can hurt you bad.
So is that plus a d6?
I'll give you a plus because he's literally tied up.
Yeah.
All
well,
right.
fuck. That's
6.
That's a 6.
You don't quite.
Oh, I don't do it.
Like a kettlebell. Jesus, I don't quite know who you is, but you seem to be barking up the wrong tree. Or whatever you colorful collection of freaks getting on with.
Well, if you think we're barking up the wrong tree, you don't want us to bring out the axe.
Yeah, well, you chop, we'll see how big of a forest fire comes crashing down on your little lumberjack crew, huh?
Tree falls the way it leans.
Well, I'm gonna dispense of the foresting metaphors. I got people around here that are looking for me. Well, if you want to die easy, you let me go.
Die easy. That's all I can hope for after being stuck in this fucking job. Every day I wake up wondering why I'm still alive. I live in the same room as someone who could slit my throat. Not saying she would, but it's certainly a possibility. I have orders barked at me by people who don't give a shit whether I live or die. This is just some long, fucked up death sentence that I've been roped into. So if you think you've got it hard, got another thing coming. They don't even care if we complete this job. If they actually cared, they get someone who was fucking professional.
I'm just going
so do you want them to get someone who's fucking professional?
I'm just going to direct radio to Delilah. Delilah, can you interrupt him, please? Can we just, this is... I appreciate that
Are you trauma dumping on me right now? Is it you?
I do not think trauma dumping on our captain
I'm sorry, but I'm not a licensed therapist. You might want to bring that to somebody else. I'm a gangster and a murderer. I have a different profession.
That's what you think, huh?
I studied philosophy.
Oh, really? I've got some philosophy for you. You do what we fucking say.
You know dialectal materialism?
Excuse me?
Bro just pulls out the dialectical materialism.
You know what dialectal materialism is?
I actually don't. No, I don't.
Audience, you're apparently going to be learning something today.
Dialectal materialism is a philosophical approach developed by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels that emphasizes the material world and continuous transformation through change and contradiction.
average
It
man
combines
conversation.
materialism, the belief that matter is fundamental to reality, with dialect. It's a method of reasoning that focuses on understanding things and their movement, change, and interconnection.
Ah, interesting. Well, my fist could move and change your face, if you'd like.
And it certainly could. Look, I mean, again, you know, Mark, there's two facts that I feel like you are not really getting into your lovely head, by the way. You're a handsome young boy, and I'm sorry to hear that you're stuck in a terrible dead-end job, but,
Again, direct radio to Delilah. Delilah, please. We need
I'm just gonna
help in
let
this
you know,
situation.
I don't think I have any information on what you want to know, and more importantly, even if I did, you'd be able to pull my toes off before you even got a peep out of me.
Is that so?
Yeah, and if you do pull my toes off, I'll have people kill you in a horrifically painful way.
Well, you'll be happy to
Can I
know we
look
didn't
through
have
the
any plans
first
for
aid
your
kit?
toes.
Thanks.
Your fingers on the other
Hyperbolic
hand.
metaphor.
Okay.
Yo, guys, is that my cue to step in and blow off his hands?
No, do not engage.
Holy
Don't-
shit, it's that guy who
Not yet.
fucking shot my boyfriend!
Fuck it. Operation Worst Cop, go. I don't care.
Delilah hasn't even said anything.
Yeah, because you just kept trauma dumping my man.
She could have interrupted at any time.
I think she sat there and looked like in like a therapist stance, like.
Staring at the bullet hole in my shoulder that she made.
God fucking damn it, I knew I should have got the fucking monkey to be
Dialectal
good cop. Fuck!
materialism, you say?
Yeah, I was
knew
gonna
He
say-
shoots and just because he's like low on blood, he just shoots the chair. And the guy's like, "Ugh, Jesus Christ!"
Hanako brings over the first aid kit.
He's not been hit. He's just like,
Don't show it.
No,
Oh,
Don't show it yet.
shit.
She's
Just-
just here.
Hanako, just have the kid, don't show the kid.
Look, you people are evidently unstable, probably mentally unwell,
Talking about.
and the exact clientele I would most likely be peddling illicit substances to on a regular basis. However, I am at your mercy, and I beseech you, please let me leave.
Then talk.
What do you want me to talk about, Dory? What's the topic of conversation? I could go on about dialectal materialism for as long as we need. But if you're peddling baloney, and I'm here with chicken sandwiches, we ain't gonna get too far, are we?
Okay, so what was the name of the guy we're actually looking for?
Misha Lemsos.
Misha-
She's called Misha Lemsos.
Misha Lemsos, what do you know?
Delilah's going to make a roll now.
God, this is going awful.
Yeah?
Bad cop indeed.
Yeah, no, what we had here, what we had here was good cop, bad cop, worst cop. What we got was therapist cop, bad at life cop, can't aim cop.
What we had was Harry Dubois, a gun, just a gun, just a gun.
Gun?
That was all he brought to the situation.
That
A
makes
gun.
sense.
He owned a
A
firearm,
gun.
and the one who understood what dialectal materialism was.
And then just like stood off in the corner as the girl from The Ring.
Yeah, and a chimp. And then just like an annoyed and exasperated cyborg.
Oh,
silent
A very
Jameson,
angry
can you give me another spot roll, by the way, after that gunshot?
Oh, for God's sake.
Gun spot.
That's a 10.
Yeah, no, nothing's wrong. You're fine. Nothing's wrong.
Don't-
It seems like gunshots are pretty normal around here.
I don't really believe you, but I'm going to have to go ahead as if I do.
It's the truth.
You'll never reach the truth.
Alright?
You feel fine.
Right.
That's the truth. Right, so yeah,
Yep.
He, like, you say the name and he winces and he goes, "Hey, you know, you don't have to be highly connected to have heard of Michelin sauce, but
I'd say you're pretty connected.
I would not touch anything to do with that psycho bitch with a 10-foot pole."
Oh, that's interesting, because we found a letter in her apartment. Addressed to you.
What? A letter in her apartment addressed... fuck it, yeah, she can have another roll. And this time with advantage, because that's a genuine clue. 17. Delilah steps forward and is like... she's like, in fact, it was hidden in... oh wait, what's
Wasn't she
Delilah?
Irish?
Is she
Irish.
Space
Irish.
Irish. In fact, it was hidden inside her mattress.
I think it was a
Slotted
cushion.
in there, or inside a cushion, sewn into the stitching in a way that was quite almost impossible to find. For our lovely friend the chimp here and ripped it open in a similar way he will be doing to what's in between your legs if you don't continue to expand upon this point.
Fully abandoned good cop. We've got bad cop, and random crazed gunman.
Got random crazed gunman, Harry Dubois, and someone who's doing an interrogation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our cop.
So,
Bad
I'll
cop who is bad and bad at
Just,
shooting.
just like in the
I'll-
corner, Hanuko's just checking through the first aid kit and goes, "I don't think we have enough bandages if that happens."
no, probably not. I think he'll just
We
have to
wouldn't be using
die.
them. We wouldn't be using them anyway.
So I'm gonna roll. This is how scary this is. No bonuses, just a solid 13. Go.
Alright. Not even a crit?
It's not like a. This is just like a roll to see how effective this was. No person was doing this. This is just like him just being like, "Look, lady, I ain't trying to hide nothing. Alright. Get the monkey out of the room. I'm not talking if the monkey's in the room. You've scared me now. You've shook me. I didn't know what a monkey was until now. I've never seen this thing. And it's got far too long fingers, far too sharp teeth, and it's looking at me, and I'm afraid.
Oh, you should see what it can do to a door.
Get it out of the room, or I'm not saying nothing."
Hanako, do you
Hanako,
want
if you please.
hang out with the ape?
Okay. Just kind of.
They hold
just
hands
kind of
and walk
leave-
out the room.
hold
Yeah.
hands, leave the-
He follows you. You leave the room. All right. Okay.
Let's also
Okay,
eat
fine.
medkit out of the room as well.
Look. Okay. I want out. You gotta let me leave. Okay. After I'm gonna. God, a fucking rat on rat. This is fucked up.
If you ran on a rat, doesn't that just even the score?
No, he's literally a rat. He's not a bat. He's a very loyal friend. He's just literally a rat person. This is. Oh wait, no. He's tied down. He tries to lift his hand like this. Look, Watamput, he knows where she is. She was buying from me. Buying guns. I'm not sure what for. Some kind of insurrection. I don't really get it. My politics, mostly through gilded pockets and, grease and wheels. I don't tend to listen too much to revolutionaries, despite enjoying dialectal materialism. Montamputa, he's our most radical guy. Let's just say, fucked with a heavy. It's to his own detriment. You get my phone out of my back pocket, call him, set up a meeting, and then I'm out. Okay, I'm out. That's fair, yeah? Please,
That's
do not. Yeah? Okay.
Well, they're going for the phone. I'm going to just quietly radio over to Mariah. We've got the information for the next step. What was it? Watan Puter?
Watan Puter. W-A-T-A-N P-O-U-T-E-R. Watan Puter. A rat
We've
person.
got the information for the next step. Watan Puter. He's the one who's been supplying Misha directly, apparently. We are currently retrieving.
Give me
access.
a roll with advantage, charm or something similar. You have,
what
like,
I'm
fully
going to
rank.
say, I want to finish up just at the end with what should we do with Glabin?
Interesting. Roll me that roll. A 15 or a 3? That's a 3. She just really don't fuck with you. She just really don't like you people. That's total 7, right?
7 with the grit, yeah.
She just, she sends you the same write-up, but then afterwards she says, no loose ends.
I just put understood. And I'm going to. Okay, so they're gonna take the phone.
Mhm.
All right, Wang. Finish it up.
Sorry, what, you want Wang to just shoot this guy before he's made
Wait.
the call?
Yeah, we
No,
might
no,
gonna
yes.
make the call.
I didn't realise we were making a call. I thought we were just getting the phone for contact information.
I mean, you can if you want. It's...
Let him
we
make
can
the
make the call.
calls.
Let him make the call. That was my misunderstanding there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, you want him to make the call.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Let him make the call.
Oh, so close to being actually incredible. Mediocre. Cool.
Oh well.
Sorry, the phone is held up to Glabin's ear. He's calling Watan. It's clearly like a labeled number in like a personal phone. This is not like a burner. This is actual phone. This is someone he knows outside of business. Is like an actual friend. And the phone rings and it's like it goes to 2 dial tones and then it's picked up. And Glabin just goes, "Run! They're on to you! Run!
End
Watan,
it."
run!" Yeah, and
Wang!
Wang just shoots him. He's dead.
Fuck.
Should have known that would happen.
And Hanukkah probably
have-
comes back in it after the gunshot.
Yeah.
We know who
He's
we're going
dead.
for next. Watan Puter.
Who
Fortunately,
knows?
however, we may be able to trace this call, potentially, if we can get back to
Roll me
base.
a roll with. Roll me a roll with advantage because I feel like. Oh, actually, it's your choice. You maybe if you want to use your we've done this in training. Not
I'd say we've done this in training because this is a really important role.
Okay, I'd say we've done this in training. We've done this in training.
who has anything that's applicable to this.
I was working on IT stuff, but I don't
Yeah, it's just unfortunately you don't have it yet. There's Delilah. Delilah has Invent or Create. I could
also
apply
have
a plus
Invent or
2.
Create.
You both have a +2.
Yep, +2 on both.
Because this is quite critical, I'll upgrade both +2s to a +3. And then you can add your grit and your
Okay, so that's
D6
plus.
advantage.
Okay, so
4
that's
total.
+4. Okay, so that's +4 total. With
An
advantage.
advantage if you wish to.
Use it.
Oh, of course. Fuck.
Ooh, 7. I need you to beat a 10.
Yeah.
Just about.
Just
You have
I
traced,
barely made it.
needed that advantage.
barely made it.
traced the call to... my final addition to the map. A mall
The mall.
in the central district. Yeah.
We should send this information immediately.
So, we are having just learnt the location of Waton Buter moving forward.
Okay,
gonna
I'm
check
gonna
in.
report. Yeah, I was about to say, we've got to now report back definitely. Glaben has alerted Wotan to the fact that we are looking for him. We are making haste to the mall, which is where we know that Wotan is.
Where he's last traced.
Left on red.
Well, that's all I need. That's all I need. I did not need a direct response or approval. I just needed to report in. That's what we were told to do. At no point were we told, wait for approval.
Are true?
So we move. We make haste. Unfortunately, that does mean getting somewhere.
You need to roll with a -2 for the group.
At
you're the
minus
slowest.
1, because I've got grit.
True.
He's just
Still
gonna
not
slowly
good.
be upgrading.
What the fuck?
Yo! We're
Oh my
moving
God.
fast, baby! Sonic the Hedgehog
So you actually
moves.
just you get like an underground
bus.
subway
We
train
get the
straight
bus.
there.
We fully get the bus.
It just happens that like literally this safe house just happened to be like 2 meters away from an overground hover railway space.
Monorail. Just
Monorail.
An actual normal monorail.
Nah, it's space monorail, so it's got lasers involved.
It's sonar.
It shoots
There's lasers
directly
in-
upwards
Nah,
into the
it
air to alert people
Flies
to where it is.
on a Tron laser beam that it can rebuild.
Yeah.
So it can go anywhere in the city.
It's also black, but all of the edges are lined in more lasers.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah, you make it to the mall in record time.
Be
The
very
bars
I'm
that
gonna
you hold
say-
on to are actually just lasers that burn.
They're actually just lasers in a containment field, so you can actually.
So if it jerks too suddenly, well,
If it jerks
sucks
too
to be
suddenly,
you.
you lose your entire hand and potentially the whole of your arm, and then die
So yeah,
because space.
natural 20, you're there. Congratulations. You took a very short train journey. It was just there as you stepped out and was going straight to the mall. It's actually a direct express route. It's been not even 3 minutes, let's say.
All right. Do we know whereabouts in the mall this guy was when the call?
No, I think on just a 10, you get the mall. And it's a big building. But
We know
also,
we're
this
looking
guy's
for
a rat person.
We know we're looking for a rat person. That's unfortunately all we know. However, if we find a rat person that looks particularly shifty and worried about something, then we can at least check that.
I
We
assume
know
we're not in
he
prison
knows.
clothes.
No, you're in I would say you're in probably casual clothes disguises.
We're
Yeah,
kind of dripped
plain
out
clothes.
right now.
Plain clothes type thing, yeah.
Wang is in full streetwear.
Yeah.
He's wearing a
This is-
street.
Yeah. He's actually got a Google Maps Spoogle Maps texture printed on his just on a jumpsuit.
He's got like a road
Jameson-
sign attached to his back.
Jameson is kind of going like cartoon character of just the shirt, no pants, because there's nothing to hide below the waist.
Nice.
It's a joke.
It is full. It is entirely just like slate grey robot.
Alex, if you have time in the edit, can you also just take like a fish and put it in Supreme?
No, yeah, no, fully put it in the fucking drip Goku look. Put it in the full drip Goku fit. That's the thumbnail. That's on the thumbnail. If I haven't
Thank
put
you.
that on the thumbnail, somebody complain so that I can change it and put it on the thumbnail.
What's the plan?
We're gonna split up, gang.
I say I say it would be best if we split up into our three
Let's
sets of two.
split up and cover more ground.
We are looking for just a rat guy. We've gotten no indication whatsoever that this guy is individually especially dangerous. However, we are all not to engage immediately without reporting back to each other, just in case this motherfucker is armed.
Let's
Got it.
let's get some rolls and then I'll narrate one.
Alright.
So who's got the most applicable? Wang has word on the street for a +2. For
As
you,
do I.
James.
I've got spot, which we are looking
Plus-
for a guy,
yeah,
so...
+4. That's definitely more applicable. Delilah, her +4 is investigate, so she could
I
certainly.
think that's definitely more
Yep.
applicable here.
I have.
So you can
nothing
roll with that
useful 'cause I
+4.
have-
I've got
Effectively,
this
I
word
don't
on the
see
street
any,
and +2 reading
thing.
situation.
What does the chimp have?
The chimp's got +2 fly fist to faces, +2 climbing clamor, +2 confuse the situation, and +4 to break stuff. It's just one of those days.
Okay, so basically what we're doing is Jameson and Wang relying on the spot, Blob and Delilah relying on the investigate, Hanako and the funny monkey relying on just pure luck.
It's just one of those days.
They don't want to wake up.
Everything is fine. Everybody sucks.
Let's go in the order. How about we go in the order that I listed there? So I'll go first. That's a 15 plus 5. Do I get also? There's also the help because I assume Wang is helping on my thing.
I'm just gonna. We'll go for the 20 here for the +4 +1. We'll go for the 20. I won't give anybody advantage on these.
All right, fair. That's still a 20. Okay. Let's see. I will just check out. Well, let's just check out Mason and June because there could be a nat 20 in there. There could be a nat 20 in there.
So,
Am I just
You're
using
up
my word on the street +2?
No, you're using Delilah's investigate, which is a plus.
Very well.
Plus the
Okay,
one grit.
so that's a 5 overall then. Okay,
Yes, it's another +5.
that's 15 overall.
15's
15
pretty good.
overall. Not bad. We can still
Oh,
gather
what's
more
this
information here. Cover more ground. Hey, watch this
Eight.
clip. Let me get a lucky number. Oh, it was 7. Well, that's still, I guess.
Let me get a lucky number. I'm sorry, that is 7.
I mean, that is 7.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's lucky you.
And
So,
now 20 would be
two of you
7 in
passed.
this scenario, but whatever.
2 of you
Alright.
passed,
Sick.
which is threshold for a group check pass. 2 of 3.
Hell, yes.
I got
Congratulations.
distracted because of
So-
I don't know. There's a bug.
You saw.
There was
you
a
saw
bibble blush.
You saw a stall that was selling Barbie movies. Yeah.
So, narrating
You're
what
radioing
happened.
them out, and I'm just like, we'll pick it up on the way out.
This mall is sprawling, huge. You have no idea how you're going to find one person in here, let alone one person whose only identifying features you have are their name and their species, I guess. This is going to be a very difficult thing to achieve. But Delilah whips out a little gizmo. She's like, slap this on your phones, fuck it. And you
Okay.
slap it on, and it's a little radar. It's like a proximity thing. It pings off of the signal that you traced from the phone you found. And
So we'll either
you begin to.
So we'll either find this rat, or we'll at least find where the rat was.
So, you move through this mall. It's a plethora of shops and boutiques and kind of stalls and there's, fountains and food carts and benches with plants and trees, and this kind of light shows going on above you with drones and nanomachines and robots creating this simulated environment of a deep sea or a jungle or a calm meadow or anywhere but the hustle and bustle of the city that you really are within. And you continue down this path. Jameson and Wang, you are closing in from one side. You start to realize you're heading toward a aquarium. Delilah and Blob, you are moving through a major fountain area. Going in from beneath, you're going into like a staff only area where there's like ventilation control. And Hanako and Monkey, you are stood out in the main courtyard, distracted by a man who is making balloon albums.
Da 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 da.
You're nearby, but you're certainly distracted. Now,
Alright.
as we move in, each team except, two teams sweeping this area tactically, and one milling around outside, really wanting to stay and watch this guy make balloon animals, but knowing that they are actually on the clock and have a bomb in their head, but this guy's cool, and how are they going to know? Because they're kind of watching an exit, but, there's an internal struggle. Anyway,
We'll cover for you.
Blubs and Delilah. Blubs and Delilah move through the underneath in this staff only area, seeing ventilation control and stuff to do with like security guard, like check-in stations, and there's like locker rooms and like stuff like that. All sorts of kind of the back alleys and storage areas for what makes a mall actually run. Which obviously the general public don't ever really see. And Jameson and Wang, you start walking around, and you are getting a real strong signal now. You're walking up to this huge tank where inside is this monstrous creature, this huge kind of almost like it is as though it were a living cavern brought out of the earth, this humongous serpent with a gaping maw in this ginormous tank holding thousands of liters, and upon this creature that drifts in an almost frozen state of kind of ever slowed motion, as it lives on this kind of completely different time scale to everything around it, almost a mockery of nature as it is trapped inside this vast chamber that is only just twice the size of it. You see these coral reefs that have grown on its back, and these huge kind of crags of rock that are kind of sediment deposits that have formed upon its scaly skin, and schools of fish move about it. And this huge exhibit fills you with a sense of wonder as you travel on by and around and converge on the point where you expect to presumably see a discarded phone, or at the very least someone getting ready to hide, and instead you see a person stood there holding a detonator and with a very glib expression on their face. So, you're trying to catch me, eh?
Well, I suppose the jig's kind of up on that one, yeah.
Give me a spot roll, if you please, Jameson.
Right. Mr. Good. Okay, that's an
18 will do it.
That's pretty good.
He has not noticed Wang. So you're trying, yeah. Well, I'm honestly pretty happy to have caught you in my trap. I'm pretty ready to kill myself and you. Well, it's a bit ironic, but rat bastards who are murdering the causes of the fat bourgeoisie cats who sit upon the top of society.
Do you think we give a damn what society
You're not
thinks
even
of us?
here, you're not even here, man.
Oh no! Sorry, I thought we'd.
Blood just starts hallucinating.
I'm sorry. I thought both the teams had converged. He said
A
converged.
2
I thought both teams
No,
were
you're
there.
converging. I'll cut to
Converging.
you in a
Sorry.
second.
A
I thought we were
2-4
already
point,
there.
Mason. A 2-4 point, Mason. 1, you ain't even in this room. 2, I've got a different plan.
I know. Sorry. I thought I was there.
No, I will say, not only do I have a different plan, it is the literal exact opposite plan to what you would. I am very glad you weren't in that room because that would have made my entire plan not work in any way.
Blub got shot in the shoulder. He's tripping right now.
Blood bursts in and it's just like, I'm going to antagonize you for immediate reasons.
I like to imagine Blub just says that, and Delilah's like, "What?" Like, not. You just.
Are you alright, there, meat? You're, muttering to yourself, and you've lost a lot of blood. We got 3 HP.
You know, I have been wondering about this cause of yours. I'm not exactly... I could be swayed, perhaps.
Well, it's a little late, don't you think? You're, you know, you've kind of come to my grand finale, and you've said to me, wait, we have time for one more act. I mean,
Who's to say there can't be an encore?
for an encore, the ending has to occur.
But all the actors still have to be around to be there.
Walk with me.
Right.
I lost this accent for a minute.
I'm
Walk.
gonna
Walk
walk with
with
him,
me.
and then I'm going to sort of try and subtly message Wang, follow, be ready.
Wang's gonna get a read the situation, which he has a +2.
So Wang's gonna ruin everything.
Okay, to be fair, all I needed was enough time for Wang to be in position. I would have preferred...
I think
would've
Wang
preferred
straight
taking
up
two-
walks
I would
over
have-
and goes, yeah, I mean, I'm not like too fond of the police, you know, and like the state and all that. And he goes,
Damn it.
I thought you were gonna say Wang's distracted by the balloon animal guy as well.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
yeah. He walks over and this guy's like, holy. Well, I'm glad to see your partner has decided to join us. You can walk with me as well if you wish to hear my, I don't know, monologue before I blow us up to Kingdom Come.
There's always time for a good monologue, I suppose.
And he's gonna start wandering. And we're going to cut to... And Delilah!
Okay, you know what? Since Jameson has no reason to believe that Wang has fucked anything up, I think Jameson is only going to subtly message Wang. 100 people versus that thing in the tank. Who do you think wins?
100 people versus the giant cavern.
It's
I
about as...
think what? I
It's
think
equally
Wang.
as dumb just
Yeah, but like 100 people.
100 people versus a gorilla.
I truly believe Wang thinks 100 people would lose, but he might win.
He just probably does
Jameson
the
responds.
9 win.
Nah,
Okay, Jameson just... ... Reasonable.
So yeah, So, we'll cut to Loves and Delilah.
I'm sorry for interrupting the scene that I wasn't in.
No, it's alright, it's alright. So you are coming up through, you're seeing like tons of like intake valves and like chlorine control and things like, well, not chlorine control, rather salt balance control for the water and in this huge tank. And you're kind of following a series of pipeways towards this signal until you realize it's directly overhead. And I would like, do you have word on the street or read a situation?
Yes, I do. I have both.
Would you do read a situation for me? You'll have advantage as Delilah is also investigating.
Okay, that's a +3. That is 8.
8. You guys cannot roll well to save your fucking lives.
But that is 14.
Unless
14.
it's on a D6.
We need more D6s in our lives. So, you spent your other thingy. I just need to remember.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we did spend the other.
We've
The
done
other
this
did
in
this in
training.
training, yeah.
There you are. You're
I think
out.
we had 3.
No, we only had 2.
Unfortunately, I need to.
No, that's my leadership die. I've got 3 leadership, 2 current.
Leader.
So, you hear above you somebody rambling on about, you see, true essence of what it means to resist a tyrannical uprising is small acts of everyday non-compliance. Sand in the gears, and he's like walking backwards as he talks to, and Wang is like fully immersed. Like, yeah, no, I never really thought about it like that. Like genuinely, like really into this. How is Jameson feeling?
Jameson is feeling genuinely just good. He's talking.
Yeah, he's not got his hand on the tree. Like he's still holding it up like a.
It's a matter of like he's
Like his thumb's on the button, the cap's
It's a
up.
matter of he is listening and taking what's being said on board, but he is also prioritizing. If he's talking, we're not being blown to Kingdom Come.
You see, really, if you think about it, every single act of resistance, no matter how grand or how small, feels meaningless in the face of the constant eroding tide of tyranny. But there will come a day when the final straw will be laid and the camel's back will break. And from that point, the people shall rise and the tyrannical obsessiveness of government shall be crushed by the wholesome boot of the working man. You know? And yeah, he's just talking on like that. And you can hear him just rambling on overhead.
Can we hear what he's saying, or just that he's
Yeah,
rambling?
you can hear him. You're directly underneath him. You're
Yeah.
under, like, there's like grates in the floor. You're under those grates. You can see his feet walking above you. Along with 2 others who I don't think you would recognize as Wang and Jameson yet.
Okay.
Unless they specifically are talking, like, are you
I was
engaging in a
about to
dialogue
say,
with him?
I think since the sort of narrative I've gone in with here is we want to join, I think Jameson, how do I phrase this that doesn't make it sound like I'm asking him to reveal all of his plans and secrets, when I am actually doing exactly that thing.
Roll me a dice, and then we'll see how successful it is. You can decide how.
Alright.
Tell me more, tell me more.
I've got the +1 from Grit, and that's pretty much all. Please. Bye!
I think you go, that's really, like, Jameson is like, that's really interesting. Tell me more about that. And he's like, no. No, I don't think we're all going to die, so you don't need to know.
Well, thankfully, that's all Blub needs. I imagine Blub would just be like, Clever bastard, Jameson. And then like looked at Delilah.
So Blub
and,
has.
like,
So okay. So what you're saying is
because
Blub
Blub heard
the
Jameson.
He's heard Jameson and has read the situation correctly. That Jameson is stalling for time.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfectly allowed.
Okay.
And then I'll
I'm just
turn to
asking
Delilah and
that
like.
with the reader situation, because you did get high enough to pass.
Yeah, you got like a decent pass. You got like a yeah.
Plus, with
Threshold
that
to 10,
plus, with
decent's
that
to
3,
12.
there's
No,
way
threshold's like a
anyone
10 or
Didn't
12.
realise what Jameson was kind of doing there.
Yeah,
Clearly.
yeah. Jameson really failed. Like
But
it was
I think
real
it's-
obvious.
But it's really currently the question mark in the situation is Wang, because I am almost certain at this point that Wang truly believes we have turncoated.
Yeah, I think on a
that's
natural
what's
one,
happening.
he's really up. He's like,
He thinks
Wang's
we
like-
have found
Wang's
a way
like,
to disable the bomb
yeah.
and
Wang's like,
turn-
yeah, man. I mean, like, we are all gonna die. Like that's an unavoidable thing, man. Like, you know,
what?
like,
This is good. Him rambling can.
you know, like, and he like sits down on a bench, and the other guy just kind of stops walking backwards. He like steps away from the two of you, but Wang's like, I'm gonna roll to see how well Wang stalls. He's doing this like intentionally.
I mean, to be honest,
So-
Blub is also like listening to what he's saying. He's not just like, oh yeah, Jameson's stalling. He's like, oh yeah, is that so?
I don't think he has anything to add to this. He's just got like an 8, but I think you're trying to help him, so I'll add that. It's a 9.
We are
Still
we are
not an
chatting-
excellent success, but
we
he's
are
like just
chatting,
rambling on.
We're trying to keep this
At any
dialogue
point, is
going
anyone
as
going
much
to
as possible.
inform Hanako to do anything?
Well, that's on the two downstairs. We can't. We're busy on stalling mission.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I may.
Boss?
Go for it.
So yeah, understanding that Jameson and Wang and Rat Boy Genius are overhead, Blub will turn to Delilah
That boy
and
snake.
like convey that like they're above us. We need to get Hanako and the monkey.
Delilah like texts, like messages, like zips them the location. Yeah, zips them the deets. Yeah, please. Sir.
And the S in zips stands for
you
space.
played that.
The S in zips. The S that indicates that it was a
Nah,
verb
it's
in
zips, spelt with an X.
And the X.
XIPS.
Yeah, XIPS.
So there is still an S.
Yeah. And the X in zips stands for zips.
Stands for space. XPAC.
It stands for space
Space.
with an X.
Alright.
Oh, maybe not a space with an X.
No, space with an X, not shit ass space company.
So yeah,
Thankfully, long dead.
Not set of Iron Man
so
2.
you're zipped the details. You are aware of
With
the
an X.
situation now. You're far away, but I
S in
think
details
if
stands for space.
Yeah.
the S in canaries stands for space.
You need, in some way, shape, or form, in either the title, the thumbnail, or the description, you need to have something about the S standing for space.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a title. It's gotta have an S somewhere in the title, and then the description will be the S in insert title name again here stands for space.
Thank you.
What are your... So, Delilah's zipped the details. You, Blubs, can tell this is going downhill. He
It's
wants to
stalling,
wrap
but
up,
it's-
this guy.
It's spinning out.
I'm not saying I'm going to do it right now, but is it theoretically possible for Blub to, like, burst through the floor and grab this guy?
Certainly, you need a good roll, but yeah.
Okay, I'm not
So
going
what
to do
you're
that
saying
yet.
is, Operation Disappearing Floor is go?
Oh my god, I didn't
You
even
do?
realize
Oh my
that.
God,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
If you roll badly, though,
This is- yes.
he does have a big bomb.
Yes, he does.
And also,
This is my
you'll
canon
probably
event.
just concuss yourself further. It's fate. It's fate. It was all leading to this potentially. I'm not saying definitely do it, but if you do decide to do it, it was fate.
That is my trump
Retroactive.
card. But for now, I'm going to just be on guard.
Like, position yourself under him? or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Okay, Delilah is going to be like... I think Delilah can do... Delilah is going to say, you can't speak, so it's like the direct communication through the earpiece things, and it's like
Testing.
or text. Yeah.
Text.
The space earpiece text magic scouter
messaging
system.
The space
Exactly, the
messaging
space
system.
messaging system. The Google glasses.
space
Spoogle
messaging
glasses.
There's
sorry.
Google glasses, thank you very much.
The space messaging.
My apologies.
Spoogle.
So, and she is like, if you jump up, I'll try and shoot the detonator, and then we can get the guy.
Nice, yeah, that's good.
Fucking this
And
is
I've also been pinged, right?
Yes.
You've been pinged. You're far away.
Still
Okay.
watching the balloon animals.
I'm going to say, I'm going to prepare to effectively mass group text. I'm going to potentially be ready to mass group text get his ass, so that I can use a leadership die to help them with that. But I'm not going to do it until they're ready to go.
Yeah, you
Or
can.
until
You can
things are
certainly
really
spend a
bad.
leadership die. You can see they're messaging. Delilah's pretty good with tech. Delilah's messaging you as well, being like, "We're gonna go to the floor. I'm gonna shoot the thing." Probably
Yeah,
not messaging Wang. Wang
Message
is going
message
through it
Jameson,
right now.
I'm in position.
Yeah, Wang's having an existential crisis at the moment. Probably not a good time, because he's definitely in the kind of position where he'll say, "Oh, sorry, my comrades are directly under you," and the
My camera. My camera ran out of battery.
Man, I don't mean to be that guy, but come on, we can't jump this chill guy from under the floor. That's crazy evil.
We can never shoot the detonator out of his hand. That's crazy.
That would be
Anyway, yeah.
insane. He
Right,
anti-leadership dies. He makes it
So-
actively harder.
So, let's go. Blubs, are you starting with a leadership? Are you using a leadership die on both?
I am going to. Okay. Can I?
I need you
count
to
just the
decide
order-
before.
I will ask. Can I count the order on a mass group text? Get his ass as giving the order to both Blub, giving the order to help both Blub and Delilah, because it is a free action to give a leadership to. Issue an order.
I'm asking you, are you using one or two die? And you need to decide before any rolls are rolled.
I am going to use both of my remaining die on this.
Okay. Fine. Then let's.
I'll regain 1 on a rest, so that means you have +1 accuracy, aka you get a d6 on both the Operation Disappearing Floor and blasting the detonator out of his hand.
So, Blub, see if you can roll for me.
Well, since I'm bursting through the floor, am I applying fists to the street?
I think you're applying fists to faces metaphorically.
Okay, then that's a +5.
You're
Operation Disappearing Floor.
You're applying fists to the ground's face.
Months of unintentional build-up have come
It's
to
all been
this.
coming down to this, baby. Come on.
This is my
Can't wait for a
moment.
natural one. I can't wait for a natural one.
Neither
It's
can I. This is
truly
my
beautiful.
canon event.
It will be so funny if it's a natural one, but also equally funny if it's a natural 20. Mason, hit that funny button.
Lucky number 7.
That's a 9.
Like a 9.
That's
It
14
can
overall.
be repaired.
Hey,
And
you've got your D6.
D6, that could still reach a 20.
Come on, you've gotta. Nah, okay,
That's-
17.
And 17, not
Certainly
bad.
good.
That's
You
still good. That's
burst
still
up
good.
through the floor. If any of you have watched JJK, that one scene where it's his overwhelming intensity, that fucking scene where he comes up through the ground.
Full toading it. He's
Yeah.
toading it so hard.
There
right
you go,
now.
guys. I made an unintentional JJK reference.
So you fly
With
through the
Operation
ground,
Disappearing Floor.
smashing up under the ground as this guy goes,
"What?"
"What the fuck?" And
Ah, the French.
The
Delilah,
French.
Delilah really does not have anything good at shooting, and that's why I really think it's so funny that. But she does have +2 to get a hold of something, and I feel like I'll let that apply. I'll let it slide. Oh!
3 plus what again?
+3. That makes 6.
The 6, so that can still reach.
If she
above
gets this
10.
D6, if she gets this 6, it's pretty good. If she gets like a,
2.
that's
That's an
it's
A.
an 8. She's gonna shoot him in that arm, and the thing falls. It's still definitely, it will fall on the button if no one else can stop it.
I have not taken my turn yet. I have only issued 3 actions. So I am going to just try and get that detonator before it lands. Because I am
Now
the
I
only one in the
think
room.
you're
that can.
attempting. Now, if I'm wrong, you're attempting to get to something
somewhere
rather
quickly.
quickly.
I do believe I am attempting.
So?
I will not lie. I am attempting to get somewhere, the somewhere being the detonator, quickly. Quickly being before it lands on the button and kills us all.
That's a -1.
That's a
If you
minus
could
1.
please.
Guys, this is how the Canaries ends.
Hey, don't worry, you don't.
But it'll be so funny if it is. And it'll be even hyper if it isn't. It is. It's a,
Well- That's a 0.
Oh,
that is a
had a good
run, guys.
0.
God.
That is a mod 0. Okay, here's what happens. I get to the detonator, and in my attempt to grab it, I slam dunk it into the ground directly on the
Yeah,
button.
you go in with the metal claw and you just crush the detonator.
Jameson coming in with the metal claw.
And you hear, and Hanako, I think you're the person who gets to appreciate this the most. You hear a horrid rumbling. And then everyone else, like you guys realize, oh shit. Like you guys at the tank realize, oh shit. It hasn't actually broken the tank here. It broke the tank at the bottom. Because while you stalled him, all of the bombs sunk to the bottom, which he dropped in earlier. And tons of water starts just flowing into the bottom of this mall.
Well, we can't fix
But also,
it, but we're not dead instantly, so that's good.
you're holding him by the, like, waist, just hoisted over your shoulder, and he's going, "Get off of me, you stupid brute! I'll kill you!"
Well, okay, so...
Just looking at the monkey, looking back at the water.
The water is several stories below you, but this mall is great because it goes really deep into the earth, and it only goes like 5 stories up, so you're quite far down. So you guys need to get out of here, and I think I'm going to have a series. We're going to do an escape sequence.
I don't need to escape because
Metroid.
I'm like on
Super
the ground
Metroid
floor.
ass.
No, you guys
No,
are.
we're
You
on the
were.
same story. We're on the same
You're all
floor.
on the same.
Oh.
You were outside of the aquarium, like standing point for if the guy escaped, but also because you wanted to watch this guy make balloons.
We are still low enough that we are going to drown if we stay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I was in a higher floor. I was in
No, you're all on the same
No, you
floor.
would have. I'm gonna be real. You would have been reprimanded by probably me and potentially Mariah with a head explosion if you decided to stick at the ground floor.
That's fine. I just radio in saying, I think we have a situation.
Yes, there
You
is
don't.
a
You do.
situation.
You just get like white noise back from Mariah as like just a punishment, just white or just horrid metal screeching plays in your ears, and then another reprimand gets sent to you.
Hanako literally is just like,
Deal with
oh,
it later.
this is what he's trying to sleep to.
Hanako just
Doesn't
falls
even hurt.
asleep.
She's just like, oh, this is what I'm doing.
This is Hanako's equivalent of fucking ASMR. Violent metal screeching noises.
Right. Escape
Just
sequence
send a
time.
thank you.
So, I think to start, you can literally see the water draining out this tank, and this giant, like, creature is just like writhing and smashing in as the water drains away, and it is shaking the mall itself. The very foundations of the mall are shaking. You can see pillars quake, the ground move as dust flies around.
Oh god fucking damn it. Well.
A natural wand. I think that's truly wonderful. I'm so proud of you for fucking it up that bad.
It's not just that it was a natural 1. The fact is, it was a mod 0.
Yeah, truly the
Most
the essence of a bad
fucking
roll.
up that it can be done. The most fucking up that can be done at this level, and the only way I could have fucked up more is if I didn't have grit.
Yeah.
And that's all. Like, I'm pretty sure the minuses aren't even supposed to technically be in the game, so I just rolled a game-breakingly low number.
Yeah, you're not necessarily meant to have a minus, but I thought it's kind of fun.
It is fun, but again, game-breakingly low number. Which is very funny. Right, we're gonna go. We stalled long enough that it didn't instantly blow us up. We did stall long enough that it didn't instantly blow us all up and kill us. So that is a boon. That is a win. I am going to...
We got a boon and we got a boon.
Bang is kind of sat there on the bench looking kind of dazed, like, oh, what the hell just happened? What?
Wang, we were trying to stall this guy, and we blew up the mall. We gotta go.
Let's see if he comprehends that.
Bro just sits there and
languages.
dies.
No, he gets it. Alright, yeah, he's like, oh shit, man. Man, I was not following that.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. We did let the bomb sink to the bottom so that we don't all instantly blow up. But the mall is currently flooding, and we gotta go.
So, I think, unless anyone else
Okay,
wants
editor me, just play the Super Metroid escape thing.
Yeah.
Who wants
Who's
to
the
take
talent?
the lead for getting out of there?
Is it
Do we
possible
save
for me
the
to...
animals, everybody? Do we save the animals?
Well, I was about to ask, is it possible for me to, like, escape while still holding on to, Puter?
Absolutely. Give me a quick attack roll to just knock him out.
Okay.
I need like above 12.
Apply Fist of Faces?
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
And you're great.
That is 9.
He is going to be... You try to knock him out, but he's resilient and he's struggling, and you're just going to have to carry him, and he's going to make your rolls harder because of that.
Can I
Delilah, get up here!
Can I try and roll assault to finish knocking him out?
Do me a bonus dice, but I think this is like the
Right.
generic culmination of your efforts to attempt to take him out while knowing that you're running quickly. Oh!
There we go.
15. Yeah, alright, yeah. You, Blubs tries to knock him out, and then Jameson, you just whack him on the back of the head with the claw, and he is dazed.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Delilah, get up here!
Yeah, Delilah takes your arm. You pull her up out of the like grate thing, in the on the floor of the aquarium now. Yeah. What's the play? People are screaming, by the way. Like it's like real panic. Like there's people are like in disaster movies where like anything goes wrong, people are just bunching up and pushing each other out of the way and just screaming and yeah, it's going wrong.
Okay. So we exit the aquarium. We meet up with Hanukkah and the chimp.
Mhm.
Okay.
Your first problem: the crowds of people blocking the escalators and stairwells and elevators.
Does Jameson have his box?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless
maybe to get into the mall, you probably had to leave it outside.
Ah, that's
So
a
you're
shame because
probably-
I was gonna suggest we like surf the box down the rails of the escalator.
Yeah, and go closer
Down.
to the water.
Well, we'd have to get to the exit.
We are.
You're
Below
down.
ground.
You're below.
Oh, okay, so we need to get up. Alright, sorry, I thought we were on
We
a
need
higher
to go
floor.
up.
No, that's
We
fine.
need to go up. No, it was.
I'm gonna say, Jameson, you are probably testing the we didn't talk about this earlier, but you're probably testing the technology to let you get not be in your machine 24/7. You've got a few hours, let's say.
Well, good thing is, if we stay here long enough for my body to fail, we'll have drowned long before that, so not a concern. Alright, so we got the crowds with the escalators and the elevator. Okay, so have they focused in on a quicker exit? Or are they just blocking all of the exits?
Yeah, they're just all in the... Everybody... There's a lot
Mass
of people
hysteria.
in this mall, and everybody is just in the way of all of them.
it's a full
And, like, honestly, a lot of people are, like, falling off the escalators, as well as, like, people are pushing through and just shoving each other.
Shit.
Wilhelm screen plays. Someone falls by the camera.
Okay, so... Fuck, what do we have? The...
Not granted.
Shit. I'm out of shit I can use other than just a gun. Really.
Hey, a gun's never a bad thing.
I don't know if
Except
necessarily...
for when it is.
I don't
It's
agree.
One, it would cause... The gun would mean the only thing I could really do with it is murder civilians, which would instantly kill me. Or I could put it to my own fucking chin, but, you know.
That would also instantly kill you.
Yeah. But at the very least, there's some agency in it. Shit.
You know, since the mall is filling with water and blobs of fish,
Yeah,
Would
you're...
it- Bye.
The water is like turbulent current. You will get smashed into walls and glass
okay.
and things like that.
I was going to say, it's like that scene from Rogue One.
Okay,
Not me.
you will be fine.
I can survive
for
in space.
one round, probably. You will be fine when the water covers you, and then more than likely past that point you will no longer be able to maintain any level of position, and you will be beaten to death by the ground.
I will be turned into a fillet.
Well... Fuck it, send the chimp first.
Oh, the chimp.
shit.
The
Send
chimp's
the chimp
got,
first to clear the way.
It's just one of those days where he doesn't
It's
want to
just
wake up.
one of those days.
Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. He's going to try and break stuff and scare people away. Got a +5 to this. It's an 18.
18.
All right.
Nice.
The chimp. You sent the chimp in, and the chimp just screams and just starts throwing people aside. Just literally
Alright, so-
carving not hurting people, but just throwing them.
Follow them
Carving a path through the crowd. And people see that, and they are not getting in the way.
Excuse me, pardon me, funny chimp coming through.
Yeah. Okay. You make it through the crowd. There's still a lot of people on the escalator. You're trying to push through, and people are filing in, not filing in, but crushing in behind you and stuff like that as well. Is anyone else going to attempt to do something? Or if not, you'll make it, but you'll have lost a bit of time. The water will be kind of gaining on you.
I'm trying to think what I can do. My skills are related to either hiding or killing people.
I'm trying to think if there's a way
Neither
for
of
me
which are useful here.
to apply word on the street. Just to know
We
the
have
mall
stay
layout.
cool, but
You could
Yeah.
certainly do stay cool, or word on the street to try
I
and
think
figure out a
maybe-
quick route for the mall.
I think word on the
Certainly
street could
go.
also be used to maybe try and help lessen the crushes. Maybe try and maybe effective, or not word on the street, what's the other one?
Stay cool.
No. The other one that Blob
Apply fist to
has
faces?
used. No, you've used. I think you need to use word on the street back in a chain breaker. Never mind. We could use a social. Basically, try and use a social skill to try and. We could also try and use a social skill to try and lessen the impact of all of the crushes, thus making it easier for us to get through and
I don't know.
minimizing civilian casualties.
Just mute my mic.
Yeah,
Just mute my mic at that point.
yeah, we'll do.
So you guys are talking. Cool.
I don't think
possibly
social
trying to-
skills are going to stop people from bashing into us at this point.
No, but they
personally.
might. You can look. Any roll you attempt to make, no matter how inapplicable, if you roll well, it will work, and if you roll badly, it won't. Obviously, the effectiveness will be related to, and the difficulty will be related to the skills you pick. But
think the thing
if you
is,
cannot think of anything else to do, feel free to roll something you're not sure on.
I think the thing
Okay.
is though, we do have Wang here. We can have you try and help guys.
Yeah,
out the
actually,
wall,
okay.
out the way.
Wang's gonna pull his gun out and fire 3 shots into the air, and roll that's a 7, and he does have a gun, so that's a 10 for threaten. People stop crushing up behind you.
Good. And now I think we're just going to try and make things. Basically, we've lessened the amount of chaos we've got going on here, so it's easier for us to get through. Now we can use Stay Cool and Word on the Street to try and navigate our way out of here with Hanako and Blood.
What exactly did Hanako do? My internet blipped.
Hanako's
now I've got
doing
Arthur Cam.
Yeah.
Stay Cool.
But-
We can do Stay Cool on Hanako.
Stay cool applies to high intensity situations without messing up. I believe
Much
we can
like
use
this one.
Hanako as the navigator to guide.
Absolutely. I'll make a quick
Or Hanako
investigate
and
check
Blood
on
working
Delilah.
together.
Delilah has rolled a 7. Unfortunately, she's panicking too much to be able to help you at the moment. So you're on your own, so no advantage from her.
But we could get Blood. Because Blood and
Mhm.
use.
Love, you can use Word on the Street if you'd like.
Yeah,
Try and
sure.
provide an advantage for the stay cool, certainly. Try and understand the layout of this.
Go ahead,
for it.
big man.
And roll your d20 for me. And then depending on how well that does, depends on
Okay. Sorry, my internet blipped for a bit.
Nah, no worries.
Oh, that was almost
that
a
was
20.
almost crazy. Still, that's a Word on the Street is a 3, right?
Well, it's a +2 and then the grit. Yeah, so 3.
Yeah. 11, I'll give you an advantage. You got above a 10. Truly, I am a
Let's see how
generous
the
and
roll first.
cruel fellow.
Alright. Never mind, that's a +6. Hell yeah, we're keeping that. We keep it.
That's an excellent
12,
plus.
so
That's 21.
that's
right?
a 15. Yeah, 21.
That's excellent work. You know the route you have to take now. It is now a matter of you've got the social skills, you've got Wang threatening people out of the way. It's now a matter of can you maintain the physical strength required to make it. The monkey is going to use climb and clamber to assist each one of you, to grant you an advantage on each of this. The monkey
I would also like to just say
that's
real
a-
quick, can I use Spot as well to... Ooh.
10. That's good enough. That's my success threshold. You
All
each now have advantage on your physical roll.
Alright.
You can use Spot quickly, Jameson, as well.
Spot to basically, if there's any obstacles or anything that's sort of popping out of the blue, that I can see it before it happens and avoid it.
Certainly, roll me your spot. You can mitigate some of the unforeseen difficulties I've got.
That is a 9. That's a 9.
Unfortunately, you don't spot any thing immediately. You're too focused on the immediate problem of getting out of it.
That's fine.
But you do all now have advantage on your physical checks. So, who here has a strength or a agility? Or a hull or an agility on their
I've got a 2 hull.
mech?
I've got on the mech. Yeah, I've got 2 hull, 1 agility.
I have 3 agility.
Agility.
On the mech, I have 2 hull.
Perfect. Okay. I'll quickly roll. Delilah only has the 1 agility. She does not roll excellently, but she does get an advantage. That's enough. Okay. And I'll roll for Wang. He's got 3 agility. He's the top mover. He doesn't even need the advantage.
But let's see what it says for him. That's fine.
Jameson, you would normally have disadvantage to this, but you're getting help from the monkey to mitigate that. So you're rolling flat. Blubs and Hanako. Blubs, you're rolling this with a +2. Hanako, you're rolling this with a +2 as well, right? You've got 2 agility, or do you?
I've got 3 agility.
3 agility. James, Alex, if
I've
you
got-
roll last because
I've
yours
got-
is the most critical.
I will say I've got 2 hull, 1 agility. How's that stand?
We'll put that on a +3. No grit is added to this, just the actual stats. As this is kind of the physicality of you certainly pass.
6.
You can roll your d6, but you don't need it. There's no real bonus for going above 20. It's just a matter of
Do I lose
Blobs.
the d20 if I roll it?
the d6. You've just been given a d6 for this roll. You don't.
You might.
It's not
as
something
well.
you
Let's
just
do
for
this.
this. I may as
Borderline
well.
bragging rights.
Roll
Certainly
right.
excellent,
That's a 20.
Yeah, it's excellent work. Blubs, the roll for me now.
So this is +2 from Hull.
+2 from Hull, and you have a +d6. Okay, you're on 7. You need to beat a 12.
Okay, come on. Nope, that's 9.
Blubs, you're falling behind. That gunshot wound and lugging this whole person is really slowing you down.
Yeah.
Jameson, if you could roll for me. So you're not getting the d6 here.
Okay, so it's just the d20 +3. That's a 16.
Excellent work. You would normally struggle, but you know what? These areas are designed to make movement easier, and you can lock your claw into like the arm of the escalator or like the railings of stairs and just pull yourself as hard as you can. This is going to be hard work for you, but with the help of the monkey pretty much picking you up at the points where you slow down and your own upper body strength, you're able to make it decently quickly. It is in fact Blubs who is carrying Waton Puter, who is really slowing down. You are maybe 3 floors away from surface level, but the water is barely a floor below you.
Okay, while we discuss next step, I'm gonna put the desk back into sitting mode.
God damn,
While
how much
you
water is
dis-
in that aquarium?
Yes.
Thousands of litres.
God damn.
Truly
This was
incalculable
like-
amount of water about.
This was as I said, this was like a tank that went from the top to the bottom of this whole like mall with a giant creature that was big enough to have an ecosystem living on it.
Holy shit.
Effectively a tank for a aquatic Tarask then, basically.
Yeah, this was the thing that made this mall cool. I'm gonna be right back and get some water. You discuss your plans.
Ironic.
Shit.
Can't use
So, what's the plan? You're near the exit. 3 more flights of stairs, and you are at the door and out and safe. But the water is maybe just about a floor below. Like it's about 80% of a floor below you.
Okay. I
The
think
rest
that
of you could make it at this pace. Blobs could not.
we've got to make sure that Blub, or at the very least, that fucking Puter is brought out of the mall. We have to capture that fucker. We can't leave this guy behind. And as such, we do have to get Blub out of here, or have somebody else carry Puter.
Yeah, like Blub could yeet him.
Yeah, but not 3 floors up.
Especially
not-
not with a gunshot wound in the shoulder.
Yeah,
still.
while you're
Yeah.
struggling.
So, I think. Memorial and leadership die. Fuck's sake. Because Operation Disappearing Floor was a grand success. Operation Get the fucking detonator and don't blow the building up was a massive fucking failure.
The consequence of making the floor disappear is now we have to go to the next floor.
Well, no, that wasn't even a consequence of the floor.
And the next.
That wasn't even a consequence of the floor. That was a consequence of my mod 0.
A dirty 0. So,
Okay.
I guess we gotta just keep advancing floors, see if there's anything.
Does
that
it?
can, like,
Okay.
allow
I want to
blood
ask.
to
Now,
catch
here's the
up.
thing. I've got to ask. There won't. I don't think there will be unless we actively choose for somebody to sacrifice some speed to speed him up. We can't just keep advancing. That is a one-way ticket to Blob having a watery, bruise-ridden grave. Does anybody in this group have Get Somewhere Quickly as a positive?
The closest you have is get hold of something from Delilah.
Ah, fuck it. Jameson's the one who made
Or
this
climb and
mess.
clamber from the monkey.
I would like Jameson to give himself disadvantage on the next Get Somewhere Quickly in order to give Blood advantage.
Well, what a more accurate way of how that could work is
Effectively.
the monkey, instead of helping the whole group, just focuses Bloods.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Well,
Monkey's
a less
gonna make this
self-sacrificial method, rather.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, like a more what would
be accurate. It would just be, you know, certain doom.
Yeah. Okay. This perfectly succeeds. Blubs, you've got one success tracking, bringing you up. So already, and then the monkey's fine for himself as well. I'm gonna say Wang is also at your back, and he's using. He doesn't really have a skill for this, but he's gonna attempt to work. Unfortunately, he's just trying to. Wang's just helping you carry the guy, and he's not really speeding you up or slowing you down. He's just taking a bit of the weight off for you.
Can I attempt that spot roll I did earlier again?
Of course, please.
Effectively.
We're on the next set of checks.
Please, please, please. That is a 15, yeah?
15. The elevators are like electric based, and as soon as the water reaches the level you're on, like electricity shorting will occur, and there may well be an explosion. You notice downstairs a repetitive kind of boom sound you've been hearing. It's not been super loud, but it's been quite noticeable, and it's been quite rhythmically repetitive. You've figured out, shit, there's an explosion every time the water reaches a floor again.
Okay, so do
As
not
the
take
elevators
do not take the elevators and try to avoid any kind of electrical equipment as best as possible. Alright, I'll relay that.
Okay. Delilah is continuing with the investigate to attempt to help. Hey, Hanako, for your stay cool, you will have advantage to lead the group.
Cool.
As Delilah locks in and is like, shit, the infrastructure's breaking, the stairway's crumbling, but there is like a path now up through these like broken walls. We could try climb up. We did climbing in training.
Okay.
15?
Uh,
What's your
so
advantage?
15, and then
Don't remember your grit, so 16,
16
21.
plus 5, 21.
Excellent work.
Again.
So, now I need Jameson, you to make your roll. So you do have disadvantage now, Jameson, because you don't get the advantage from the monkey. So you've got to make this your roll disadvantage.
With the -1, because this is Get Somewhere Quickly.
No, you get your +3. Because this is the stat-based thing.
Oh, it's the stat-based
Physical roll.
thing, not... Okay.
But you will have a disadvantage. So you're on 15. If you roll a 3 or higher, So Jameson is really struggling. You're pulling yourself up. People are needing to clamber up rocks, and this is difficult for you. You don't have this level of like fine motor control in your legs. You're struggling, you're scrambling, but you have the upper body strength to literally drag yourself up if you need to.
God, I saw.
All you were doing.
That is
I saw the
just,
timeline where that landed on the 6.
Yeah, no,
And
that was a concern, actually. I did just realise, if electrical equipment is being shorted out, if this water even touches me, if this water overtakes me, I have literally no chance to survive. It will short out my cybernetics and kill me instantly. I won't even be able to make a check to swim.
Exactly, yes. You're not super sciencey. None of you really are. So, in-game, none of you really realise this. It's because the water is a very specific kind of salinity, a balance of salts, makes it very, very electroactive. Conductive. That's what's going on. So, and there's a moment where you stumble and your foot goes through a bit of concrete, but the prosthetic, leg, lands on the mesh inside the reinforced concrete, and you manage to pull yourself up just about. You are now on the main floor. The water is mere meters from reaching your floor, but and you know that you have to get out of here and out of these doors before they close, or it will short and you're going to have to break through them. And that's going to be a lot harder. So I need a round of physical checks from everyone. Jameson, you are still at disadvantage.
Okay,
No one
I
has
haven't
any
done a roll yet.
yeah, well, that the monkey did your... Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Blubs, please do your physical... Well, this will be your roll now, your physical roll for this. Getting
So
out
this
the door
is
with this
plus
guy.
the 2 from Hull.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have an advantage from the monkey.
Okay.
Right. 14.
There we
You
go.
get the
That's
advantage.
16.
You certainly take it. 18.
18.
So you've made it out the door, Blubs.
Oh my god, thank god. Okay, so, and that
With-
also
with
means
what
that
con?
Puter is
Yes.
secure.
Okay.
Roll for the monkey.
The mission
Woo!
is technically complete now. It's now just a matter
Monkey's fine.
of... And that's
Oh,
the thing
good.
as well.
Thank you,
If
monkey.
it's reaching the
Wang's
ground floor,
fine.
most of
on,
everyone,
Delilah.
even if it reaches the ground floor, most of everyone will maybe get
Just
injured.
makes it. Yeah,
For
exactly.
me,
Not.
most of everyone will get injured, except me, because again, if this water touches me, I'm likely to short out and burn all of my nerves to a crisp and done.
So, what was it?
Blub, Puter, Wang, and Monkey are clear.
Yes, and Delilah has just made it on a exactly 12. I think the monkey rolled above a 20. I'm gonna wait to see how you do, Jameson, because the monkey does actually have technical knowledge. The monkey is quite intelligent, just can't speak. Ooh, that's
13.
okay. If you roll above a 1 on this d6, you fail.
That's 2.
Okay, the monkey is going to forfeit his good roll, and is going to roll again for the both of you. As he stops. It's an 11. The monkey is carrying you. Next turn, if he fails, you'll be in the water.
And again, instant death.
Do I need to do a physical?
Hanako, you need to make your roll, yes.
Okay. No advantage or anything for this, is there?
Nothing, no, it's just a plus. Hanako, you do. Oh, you do make it out exactly
Phew.
at a 12.
Just like Delilah.
Yeah, exactly. The both of you making it out. So the monkey is like, or maybe the monkey's not grabbed you. The monkey is holding open the doors, like while they're trying to close. From like the, he's like holding open the doors and trying to drag you through. I'm going to need a. Both of us are going to make a physical check. The monkey's going to do it first. He's got like +5 to this. That's good. He physically drags you through. You've got advantage on your one, Jameson, which nullifies the disadvantage, so it's flat. So you've got +3.
Okay. And what do I? Okay. Tell me what I need to hit. In fact,
A 12.
Arthur, please, on your end, please zoom in on this bowl. This is, if ever there was a time for a box of doom type situation, now is it.
So you have a
need
plus
to
3.
reach a 12.
So
you
I've
have
got to
+3.
reach a
You need a 9 or higher. The odds on this are exactly 6.
60 to 40. I think.
I think, yeah. Yeah, that's
60 to
correct.
40.
No, isn't it 45-55?
No, because a 9 succeeds.
Ah,
So
9
8
succeeds. Gotcha.
The lower
60-40.
fails. If you could roll this for me, the odds are in your favour, only just.
And just to re-establish, to be clear, success means I make it out, failure means instant death.
Does not mean instant death, it means a considerable amount of damage and a body save. It means instantly unconscious, probably.
Oh,
Ace throw.
That's a
You make it through.
A burst of fucking adrenaline. Okay, I like to think in that moment, Jameson basically goes, wait a minute, remembers the elevators, remembers he's also got electric shit, and it's full fight or flight adrenaline burst. I gotta go!
One of the metal
The monkey
feet
is like
crashes
physically
into the ground and
dragging
it
you
cracks
through
under
as
the
you're
pressure.
like pushing down against these tiles, literally stamping into the ground. Again, yeah, like cracking these marble decorative tiles on the way out. And the monkey lets go and pushes the doors together and like crumps the lock edge, and the water begins to reach, and there's a fizzing, and then an explosion from the elevator from outside, and the water begins to just flow and trickle out the doorway as you all like scrabble away. But it's far, far slower now as you run like an actual surface.
Thanks. And with the good arm, just gonna give the monkey a thumbs up.
Ah! I think at that I will finish this session.
Yes, so
Whew.
next up,
You
so I
are
guess next
reaching
time we'll
the
be starting
end
with
of the
another
roleplay
interrogation. We'll be starting another interrogation next week.
You certainly
Or
will.
next episode.
Or
That's how these all start now.
You are,
Same as it ever was.
You are
Same
reaching
as it ever was.
the closing
Letting the
part
days go by,
of,
let the water pull me down.
I really don't want to do that. I don't want to let it do that. I think that was the entire.
We are the
of
opposite of the talking
objectives
heads.
Now we are silent feet.
So, you are reaching the end of the roleplay section. You're not at the end, but you're reaching it rapidly. And we'll be moving on to more mech combat focused sessions going forward, hopefully.
Cool.
So, with this, congratulations on solving my...
I can actually use any of my fucking abilities.
Yeah, certainly. Congratulations on solving my aquarium riddle.
Mall
Which
explosion riddle.
Well, no. It was originally the aquarium riddle, and then it very quickly turned into the don't
Mall
drown / get
explosion.
electrocuted to death in an exploding mall bodge riddle.
My riddle?
It's pizza time riddle.
Yeah, fully.
My riddle?
Okay, yeah.
The lap 3 riddle.
Yeah, we start off with... Okay. Those are the 3 tracks we're going to be playing. I'm pretty sure we cut twice in the chase,
Yeah.
I think. Or at the very least, we
Something
cut
like that.
once. So at the very least, I'm going...
Well, there were
okay,
3
I'm definitely-
sections of the chase at the very least as well.
Okay, yeah,
Although
3
it's escape.
sections. We're going to start off... I think we'll probably start off with the Metroid, Super Metroid escape theme, then go into Pizza Time, and then Death That I Deserve the Only.
Well, right.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the outro now. So, thank you everybody so much for watching this episode of Lancer Dicey D's, another very roleplay heavy one. This is pretty much how it's. This is not pretty much how it's going. Usually I try to stagger 1 roleplay, 1 combat, but this mission itself is very kind of unbalanced in that most of the combat will be taking place at the end of the mission, and everything else will kind of be at the start. So, thank you so much for watching this episode of Answer the Canaries. our Dicey Deeds. We enjoy this. This is a Thursday upload. Other Thursday uploads can include things like more Homestuck based things, like our our writing Homestuck thing, where we do a similar thing to roleplay, where we instead write a story collaboratively. It's a collaborative fanfiction writing project using our troll sonas. Going quite strong. We've done the post-scratch project. New set of trolls. How exciting! However, Thursday isn't our regular upload date. We instead usually upload on Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone. And we are currently working our way through I've Swap Friends Sim, which is a Homestuck-based kind of visual novel dating sim. Except instead of dating, we're trying to make friends with people. It's rather fun, and we're decently into that. Well into the episode 20s by now. So if you're interested in that, and you think we're fun and funny, please give that a look.
By the time you will see this, by the way, by the time you see this, we will be in the middle of volume 13 of 18. So we are a good chunk of the way through.
Yes, exactly. As for
well, no, sorry. We'll be going to start it next week.
As for actual Dicey Deeds itself, of course, Lancer is currently the main show, but we do other things. We do Morkborg as one-shots. We've got a Cyborg one-shot planned for a bit of fun there. Pardon me. We've done Honey Heist. We've done Glue. Goodness, we've done Gloom before. I've done a few Call of Cthulhu's, which I'd love to try again. Yeah, lots of fun there. We can also branch out into other things. I think we've all been talking about wanting to try a bit of Allegothica Managast and maybe something D&D-esque using that sort of system, but probably quite adapted as we're all rather, bored of regular old D&D around here. But yeah, that sort of thing seems exciting.
Also, some other stuff that we are potentially thinking of, potentially overarms. I have been wanting to potentially do some sort of superhero-ish campaign at some point, or super-ish one-shot potentially, something like that. That sort of thing.
There's overarms, that should be exciting.
Yes. I think, tell you what, after we've done the Cyborg one-shot, I'll put out another poll of three systems people might want to see, and then we'll do that, because we've done the 3 one-shots we originally mentioned way back at the beginning, way back when we asked the first time. If I'm not mistaken.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. So yeah, look out for that poll eventually. But yeah, so if you like this content, please feel free to leave a like on this video, and if you think we're fun and funny, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we upload on Mondays or Tuesdays, depending on your time zone, and sometimes Thursdays or Fridays, depending on your time zone.
It's actually kind of usual. It's actually kind of usual that we do Thursdays.
Yeah, it's getting to be pretty consistent. I'm Arthur. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Pendraig. That's PENNEDRAIG. Stream on Sundays usually. I mean, I only ever stream on Sundays, but I don't always stream on Sunday. Sometimes I'm busy and doing other things. That's an unfortunate fact of life. But it's been having fun. I've been playing through Amori. If you find me entertaining, please feel free to drop in and say hello. I'm having a lot of fun with it. My other co-hosts are moved to Alex now, if you want to run through your stuff.
Indeed. You can follow me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky. On Tumblr, I post the images you see in our Writing Homestuck series, if you watch those. I've got just so many of them just in the backlog, ready to go for the episodes where the characters or or places or objects or whatever that they're introduced in. So that's going to be very fun. You can also send me asks, send me DMs, send me whatsoever you choose on those places, on both of them. There's sometimes YouTube does eat comments. It's not fun for anyone when that happens. Very frustrating. So if you really wanted to say something or ask me something or anything like that, you can go over to those places and shoot me a message. And I'll hand off to June.
Yeah, you can follow me on what is it? Instagram and Sky and Tumblr.
Yeah, that's the 3. There you go.
That's the 3.
That's
I
the
almost
3.
forgot for a second now. Yeah, I sometimes do stuff. I sometimes do stuff. You wouldn't know if you wouldn't follow me. Just saying.
And Mason, you have anything you want to say at the end of this here episode of Dicey Beats Lancer?
Only to say thank you all so much for watching. We love making these. We hope you enjoy watching them. Always very tense here at Lancer. But
I don't know why you guys managed to fuck this up so badly. Like,
yeah,
honestly,
we kind of
chilling out.
We were fine, and then there was a singular nat 1, and then
There was
literally
the
started
expressed
exploding.
It
intent
was
of
not a
lightening
singular
things up,
nat
and
one.
yet
I'd
things only
I'd
got
like
heavier.
I'd like to say Wang opened with a nat 1.
Yeah,
There were multiple nat 1s in a row.
Okay, true, but the only one that was really especially relevant to the scenario of everything starting to explode was the one where I hit the nat 1 mod 0 and blew the building up.
So, true.
We probably
Yeah, things
would have been mostly fine if I had gotten like a 10.
I'd say more
We
often
would
than
have
not,
been
things
fine
get
if,
quite
I
heavy.
hadn't gotten distracted by a
Yeah, by balloon animals.
Yeah, the balloon animals were also at fault there, but
The balloon animal clown was in on it.
It is very much I am someone who does often whittle things down, sometimes unfairly to a single point of failure.
Yeah,
And
but
in
it
this
yeah.
instance, that single point of failure was slam dunking the detonator into the ground on a mod 0. But
A good time nonetheless, and
tense,
yeah,
but
please
still fun.
please check out our Hive Swap friends and stuff. As we're saying, we're kind of the end is in sight. Not too many left to go. And yeah, check out Digging Rimper. Check out Writing Homestuck, and keep your eye to the horizon for more stuff coming soon.
Bye.
Whose
Hang
turn
on,
is it to
hang
flip
on.
the table?
No, we still got the table flip. Hang on, don't.
It's
Um,
not me.
my
I
turn.
did it last time.
Okay, Mason
turn.
did the table. Okay.
Up. There we
I
go.
was gonna ask, but okay. See you next time,
I
everyone.
haven't done it in a while, so it's
That's
my turn.
fair. Whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. Bye bye.
Later.
Bye.